So the BJP silent march in the national capital, you can see those pictures over there. The BJP president, Mr. JP Nadda, is also expected to join in a short while from now. But in the pictures, we can see Union Ministers Piyush Goyal, INB Minister Anurag Thakur, all of them actually holding Harshvardhan, the former minister, also holding the national flag and that huge placard, and it's actually being called Vibhajan Vibhishika Smriti Divas. As we were talking about this earlier, the Partition Horrors Day is what today is being remembered as, and that's why it's a silent march which is being carried out by the BJP. This is through the national capital, and this has led to a lot of politics now between the BJP and the Congress party, with the Congress accusing the BJP of rewriting and misinterpreting history. The BJP accusing the Congress party, though by not taking its name, making a reference to it by the fact that there were just a handful of people who did not understand, and therefore there were the horrors of partition. Anshul is also covering this silent march. So Anshul, it's a political messaging which the BJP certainly is sending out. Can you capture that for us, please?
So yes, after many years we are seeing such a protest that is being carried out by a political party, and this time around the BJP is carrying out this silent march. If you could see in the visuals behind me, Pallavi, senior leaders of the BJP from the likes of Harshvardhan to union ministers like Piyush Goyal, Anurag Thakur have all come ahead and joined this march. The banner that they are carrying, Vibhajan Vibhishika Smriti Divas, that basically translates into Partition Remembrance Day, and basically what the message that they are trying to give out is that BJP is the party who is now trying to remember the people who actually lost their lives in the tragedy of partition that happened on 14th August 1947. Many families were destroyed, many people had to lose their lives while crossing the borders, and many attacks happened on them, and that is the reason why BJP is making sure that their voices are also being heard by the people. The people who lost their lives in those tragedy, those people are also remembered, because remember in our history books what we have heard about, learned about the freedom fighters who gave up their lives to make India an independent state, but the people who lost their lives in the massive tragedy of 1947, and that is the reason why we are seeing the BJP finally coming out and taking out this silent march. And not only the senior leaders of the BJP, but various other parts of the BJP have again joined this protest march. These includes the women wing of the BJP, the SC wing of the BJP, the Yuva Morcha of the BJP. All the workers have joined this silent march, and remember this is a silent march, and hence no sort of sloganeering is happening over here, no music is being played over here, just to make sure that the tributes are being paid to the people who lost their lives in that very, very sad tragedy that started on the 14th of August 1947, and people started to leave from Pakistan to India or from West Bengal to Bangladesh. Those were the people who lost their lives in that very, very sad tragedy that happened, and that is the reason why BJP is carrying out this a sort of a tribute march for all those people who had to face the brunt of partition because of the decision that were taken by a handful of people, is what the BJP claims. The decision that was taken by a handful of people to decimate India, to partition India into almost two countries. So yes, the message that they are trying to give out today is that the BJP for the first time is trying to remember those people who had to suffer from this very, very sad tragedy, and that is the reason why we are seeing the senior leaders of the BJP coming out here in the inner circle of CP. The march started from Jantar Mantar, and currently we are standing in the inner circle of Connaught Place, where the leaders and the march with hundreds and hundreds of workers have managed to reach over here. The march is going absolutely peacefully, and in the next few minutes the BJP president JP Nadda is going to come here and join this protest march as well. So yes, this is as you can see in the visuals, the number of people who have gathered over here, the number of workers who have managed to gather over here is absolutely humongous. And the message that they are wanting to give out is that BJP stands with those, BJP remembers those who lost their lives in that very, very unfortunate tragedy that transpired from 14th August 1947 for the next few months to come.
Yes. But also behind that is also, we've often seen the kind of pot shots which have taken place between the BJP and the Congress party, especially with the legacy of Jawaharlal Nehru. Don't you think when the BJP decides to commemorate today as a silent march and call it the horrors of partition. They are actually attacking the Congress party's role in the freedom struggle, redefining of independent India, and also the legacy of Nehru.
Definitely, that is the larger message that the BJP wants to give out today. I'll ask my camera person to keep on showing the visuals as of now. So that is the larger message that the BJP wants to propagate today, is that there were a handful of people who took the decision to partition India. If at that point in time India wouldn't have been partitioned, then the number of lives, the number of people who lost their lives, the number of families who got destroyed in that during that partition period, they could have been saved, their lives could have been saved, their homes could have been saved. And that is the message they want to give out, that the partition was done because just because of a handful of people who were at that time in cahoots with the Britishers, maybe, or wanted some constitutional position at that point in time in independence India. And that is the message they want to give out, and that is why we are seeing a silent protest being carried out absolutely peacefully over here, paying tributes not only to the people, but the larger message they want to give out is that the manner in which partition happened, the reasons behind the partition that has come to the fore several years after the independence, definitely raises a lot of question on why that partition happened, who were the people who benefited from that partition. And that is the reason why we are seeing a massive rally that has been taken out by the BJP right in the heart of Delhi. I'll ask my camera person to show you the visuals. BJP President JP Nadda has now reached this protest march. He is now joining hands with the other senior leaders of the BJP who have gathered here. So yes, JP Nadda has also now joined this rally. If you could see in the visuals, BJP President JP Nadda has also joined in the rally, and the rally will continue from here, approximately 500 to 600 meters to go for the rally to finish. So yes, the BJP with all its senior minister, with all its might, has come down on the roads of Connaught Place, basically the heart of Delhi. And the message they want to give out is that BJP is still remembering them, and the people who were responsible for that very, very sad and tragic partition of India, those people, their names, people could actually know what were the main reasons behind the partition of India, and who were the people who were actually involved in dividing India, so that they could get some political benefits out of it. So yes, that is the larger message that the BJP wants to give out, and that is the reason why we are seeing all the senior leaders of the BJP cabinet, including the senior cabinet ministers, as well as the president of the BJP, as well as the Delhi BJP president. All of them have come here. They are getting themselves, the photo op is happening right now, if you could see, and along with them thousands of protesters, thousands of workers of the BJP, of different organizations of the BJP, have also managed to gather over here just to show their support to the people who lost their lives in that very, very tragic incident that happened on August 14, 1947, Pallavi.
Absolutely, and we do see the BJP president, Mr. JP Nadda, also joining in, and they are calling it the Vibhachan Vibhishika Smriti Divas, partition, horrors of partition march, which is being carried out by the BJP. Anshul, I've seen a strong rebuttal which is